very important in reference to the history of many things. You know, I'm supposed to be at my mother and father's mansions. It doesn't include anybody's opinion. I'm supposed to be at my mother and father's mansions. And there's supposed to be security around the mansions. So somebody say, well, what's wrong with this situation? Which people are holding on to the property keys? I'm the only child of my mother and father. That doesn't include everybody else's families and children. And hello, security, there's supposed to be security personnel. They're supposed to be in the process of delivering keys to the mailbox or something, or some type of letter. Didn't receive it. In reference to a letter, that a written envelope, you know, somebody sending me a letter of information. Do not misrepresent. That's not in reference to letting any girl do any bullshit. Not never. Reference to postal mail. I'm the only child of my mother and father. That doesn't include anybody else. I'm the owner of my mother and father's estates. That doesn't include anybody else. I'm the owner of the properties. That does not include anybody else. I'm the owner of the copyrights and the patents and inventions of my mother and father's companies. That does not include anybody else. I'm trying to go home to my mother and father's mansions. Where did all these people come from trying to call me a fake? My identity's been on record. I was at the Supreme Court when I was a little boy, when I was injured. Well, my mother and father was there in the Supreme Court. They even have it on video. There was even news press there. There was media people there. Photographers and reporters. When I was a little boy. I'm trying to go home to my mother and father's mansions. That doesn't include anybody else. So whoever the fuck's holding onto the property keys, I don't know what they're doing with the property keys, because I'm the one that needs the property keys. I'm supposed to go home to my mother and father's mansions, where I got kidnapped from. The man that kidnapped me from the property didn't have a right kidnapping me from the property all those times, or any of those times. I don't play political games. I don't play political bullshit. Any politician trying to harass me or blocking me from my money must get prosecuted. Any attorneys or any government people blocking me from my lawsuit monies. I don't play tricks. I don't get involved in people's tricks. I don't get involved in people's baggage, people's family history problems. I don't get into it. I'm the only child of my mother and father, and I'm trying to go home to my mother and father's mansions. Which people are making up the confusion about identification? They're not friends of mine. They won't ever be friends of mine. I'm not allowed to be friends with people confusing who I am or who my parents are. So why is the government sitting there trying to play stupid, or somebody's playing stupid? I'm trying to go home where I got kidnapped from. I'm the only child of my mother and father. Royal Protocol tells you that. It tells the whole world that 24 hours a day. I'm trying to go home to my mother and father's mansions. I'm the only one that lives there. So who are the people trying to cause confusion? Where did they come from? Who are they? And they're not my mother and father's child. I'm the only child. On Hello Encyclopedia Britannica, I guess they have a document over there in reference to my birth when I was little, back in the day. Hello, how you guys doing? In reference to important information, and hello museums, and hello Historic Society, hello Italian and Jewish and Catholic Historic Society. Not the Christian Historic Society. No, 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 no. Not the German Historic Society. No, 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 no. Jewish and Catholic and Italian and European and English and French, and hello Asian, Chinese and Japanese Historic Association. I'm the owner of my mother and father's estates. I'm the owner of the companies. Forever. Very serious. I don't play tricks with people's games. People got all kinds of scams or tricks going on. I don't get involved in it. I don't have nothing to do with it. I don't get into people's get-rich-quick schemes or scams or any shit like that. I'm the owner of my mother and father's companies. I'm the owner forever. I'm the only child of my mother and father. What is confusing? The Treasury has had documentation of addresses, They've had documentation of my trust funds. They've had documentations of my genetics. And then people trying to play crazy shit, I don't get involved in it. If you slander my character, whoever anybody is, you got to go to court. Somebody's got to put a stop to their lies and their scams. They're trying to scam me. I'm the only child of my mother and father. I don't have nothing to do with anybody's confusion. Don't want nobody's confusion. I'm trying to go home to my mother and father's houses. My birth certificate is publicized on television 24 hours a day. And it tells you exactly who my parents are. Every director, writer, and producer and cinematographer in the media knows that information because they are required to know that. And the Screen Actors Union knows that. And the Directors Union and Writers Union, they know that. And the news media is supposed to know that. This is a big problem of stupid games of dirty government or dirty people or scam artists or something. But I don't have nothing to do with none of their BS. Don't want nothing to do with their tricks. Not their kind of person. I'm not friends with them. I don't play tricks. I don't know who they are and don't want nothing to do with nobody's tricks. You guys understand that? Very important. I don't want this video to be too long because it takes too long to upload, you know. This is very important. I don't play tricks with people. Hello, Wall Street and Wall Street ballers, and hello, everybody that works on Wall Street. Lots of things of importance. You know, I'm watching the Richie Rich movie right now, just in case anybody was wondering. But, you know, in reference to the Richie Rich movie where Richie Rich has that fax machine, I mentioned that in the previous video, where that man has like a toboggan on. That's not a beanie hat, that's just like a toboggan. And he's got like a missing fucking tooth in the fax machine thing. I don't know who the fuck those people are. I mean, I don't have a clue what that means. It's not me, whoever that person is. Some people call me the real Richie Rich, believe it or not. Hello, deeds departments, lots of things of importance. But in reference to people playing tricks, I don't play tricks. Oh, they just hit my tooth right there. It's another lawsuit. So in reference to the point of information of people, whoever these people are trying to play these tricks or trying to manipulate, I'm not friends with people's games. You know, I'm trying to go home to my mother and father's mansions. I'm trying to find a girlfriend or a female friend that wants to spend time with me. I mean, you know, girls in Hollywood that are friends of mine, some of them might want to date me. Some of them might want to hang out with me. Some of them might even have had children of mine, but they're not entitled to anything from the estate of my parents. I'm the only owner. I'm the only child of my parents. My parents gave me everything when I was born. I can't write out no will or an inheritance to nobody. I can't give no trust funds to nobody. Not never. That's already been documented. I don't know who people are. I'm trying to go home to my mother and father's mansions. Most celebrities had information about who I am and who my parents are because some of them have known me since I was a little boy. So what's the tricks that these people are playing? I don't know. I'm waiting for information just so I can go home. Industry of death people trying to make up crazy shit. They're trying to steal genetics. Those people must get prosecuted. I'm not involved with people trying to play tricks on me. I'm the innocent person. Everybody's trying to pick on me and I don't play no shit, no way. Somebody's trying to play tricks. Somebody's trying to run up scams. Ain't got nothing to do with it. So in reference to government people playing tricks, people trying to steal my property or land or companies, they go to jail. I have nothing to do with nobody's tricks. So in reference to people's activities or accusations, I always countersue no matter what it is. And I need money's attorneys. If attorneys have filed lawsuits, the government knows there is factual violations. All the companies got to file lawsuits against the government for illegal detainment, for mutilation, for holding me hostage, people trying to scam me, people trying to bully me, people trying to steal my identity. My identity is the most documented identity in the world. It's blueprints, handprints, fingerprints, DNA. And who are these people in the industry of death trying to get involved in my life? Dirty politicians or dirty government people trying to fabricate things about me? I ain't got shit to do with them. Nothing to do with them. My companies always meet all the guidelines of what it takes to run a company. And that's the facts. So in reference to that information, I don't get involved in people's tricks. I don't get involved in people's activities or their lies or their manipulations. Not a part of it. Not going to get involved in anybody's bullshit. I'm trying to go home to my mother and father's mansions. Where I'm supposed to have received information from the Advent company and from other financial offices. I was supposed to receive lawsuits from the Treasury too, because the Treasury is supposed to file lawsuits against people that are blocking me from my money. Rather sue criminal or crime activities of government stealing my identity, or people trying to steal my property or my wealth, people trying to slander my character, trying to get involved in my life, trying to tear up my life, or trying to pick me apart. No, that's bullshit. Those people need to get prosecuted for violating my anatomy. Ain't got nothing to do with nobody's tricks. Not never. Ain't getting involved with people in fraudulent business or freaks trying to play tricks. This is a higher class of business. This ain't no hustle and bustle bullshit. This is about real, straightforward business. I know people are hustlers. There's a lot of hustlers out there. People playing tricks, people playing games. I don't get into it. And it's been demanded, and there's been court cases, and there's been press releases, supposedly, that the media was supposed to publicize about my identity and who my parents are. Every cinematography in the news networks is supposed to know who I am, because it's a blueprint of my anatomy that is shown in the royal protocol in the media, which every scene has to have certain features of some distinguishing birthmark or scar or beauty mark that's on my anatomy when my parents was alive. This is not about after my parents died. This is about when my parents was alive. So somebody trying to damage my looks or anything, it's not going to make it into the media. And all those people trying to play tricks, back to business understanding. I don't play tricks. I'm the owner of my mother and father's estates. Never signed, never gave, never sold, never. Ain't got no game with nobody's tricks, man. You understand that? None whatsoever. Real business. Business licenses. Hello, Better Business Bureau, and hello, Treasury Departments, the Supreme Court, and international courts, and royal courts. Reference to people trying to play tricks in business. I don't have nothing to do with nobody's tricks. And that satellite man's been pulling on my face like that. And then they've been burning my upper lip. Those people have to get prosecuted. So in reference to the information, I'm trying to go home to my mother and father's mansions. The government is blocking me from my identification, even at the Bureau of Motor Vehicles. And when my mother was in court, she even delivered an identification with my picture on it and my birth name. But the government has stolen it. And I don't have it. And when they kidnapped me from my mother and father's mansions, I didn't have my wallet on me when I was younger. No, I didn't. Didn't have the keys on me either. Because they entered the house and kidnapped me. You understand that? In particulars of basic information, one time I was injured, and then I ended up back here in Indiana when they snuck into the house, and they shot my mother, they shot me, and they shot the Jewish guy that was in the house. And then I ended up back here in Indianapolis after a while, and in Bloomington. They've swollen up my lip. They have to get prosecuted for that too. Hello, Texas, and hello, many cities and states in the 50 states of America. How's everybody doing? It's never signed, never, never gave, never, never sold, never, not never. And why isn't other cities and states saying, hey, why are you holding hostage in Indianapolis? I might have fans in another city that want to see me. But then what? Dirty communist government's holding me hostage to make up lies, to slander my character? While they're trying to nickel and dime me to death? Paying me chump change? Slandering my character? Blocking me from working? Blocking me from the media? Blocking me from my properties? And you can't figure out which people are doing it. That's why you're supposed to have a film crew. They just hurt my tooth right there. They tried to break it. Another $25 trillion lawsuit or something. Multi-trillion. Anyways, I'm trying to go home to my mother and father's mansions. You mean you can't find on documents which people have caused all these problems? I'm the only child of my mother and father. That's the starting point. My parents got murdered. I got injured several times. I got kidnapped from the property. Which people did it? Which people are blocking me from my money? You thought the murderers and the kidnappers was going to move into my mansions? No, not never. I'm the owner of my mother and father's mansions under my birth name. Where's my birth information? Of course, it's on TV 24 hours a day. But then these government people have set up people to refuse me. That's conspiring. It's like some type of bullshit conspiracy theory of government. And there are laws in reference to conspiracy theories, such as government trying to steal my wealth. Where's the information at? Hello, universities, how you doing? I don't get involved in people's tricks or people's games. No, I didn't receive the information from UCLA if you sent any. No, I don't donate sperm. No, I don't. I don't donate blood. Not allowed to. Where's my financial information? Very serious, this video is getting long. I'm trying to go home to my mother and father's mansions. I'm the only child. My parents owned all the mansions. Nothing was ever for sale. Nothing's ever for sale. My parents didn't have no debts at all. None whatsoever. No, they did not. And the government's still holding me hostage, trying to make up scams on me. Trying to rip me off, trying to steal my identity. It's a violation of identity rights. And Supreme Court laws and Treasury laws. And just because somebody's a politician doesn't give them any right trying to control my life. That's a violation of family law. You people don't have a right slandering my character, trying to steal my wealth. And these people are trying to hold me hostage. They try to communicate this shit saying some stupid shit like, oh, after these lawsuits. After what lawsuits? Your people kidnapped me from my mother and father's mansions. Your people was involved in the murder of my parents. And then you're trying to say, after what lawsuits, government man? That is total bullshit. You have to get prosecuted for your frivolous lawsuits and for holding me hostage. And where's my lawsuit money from cases before? Court cases are supposed to open and close every day, so I can get paid, instead of the government trying to hurt me to get out of their paying me the lawsuit monies that they owe me. This is bullshit what the government is doing. My father got murdered from satellite, and my father was frozen. Where's my lawsuit monies? Isn't the attorneys going after the postal man? You say there's not any lawsuits, or what? Where's the lawsuit monies? Is that what somebody might be trying to say? I'm not even from Indianapolis. This is illegal detainment. This is extortion, harassment, and abuse. Where's my lawsuit monies? People trying to victimize me all the damn time. That's bullshit. I'm trying to go home to my mother and father's mansions, and these people, whoever these people are not invited. Supposed to be security around the mansions. I'm supposed to live my life the way I was raised. Plus, my mother and father's estate is more valuable every day. And I'm the owner every day, forever. And there's interest on interest accounts, and I'm getting richer every day, and the government's still blocking me. And where's my lawsuit monies? Royal protocol's forever. Doesn't matter where anybody's from. If they're violating my status or violating my ownership or violating my wealth, they got to get prosecuted. It even tells you on those treasury documents, don't disrupt my life. Don't try to put your problems on me, government man. That's what it says. Hello, museums. You got to have copies of the estate information of my mother and father. So all these people, when they go to a museum and they say, well, they thought they were the owner. You ain't the owner of nothing, government man. I'm the only owner of my mother and father's estates forever. It even tells you on those documents, I'm not responsible for child support. Just in case somebody stole my sperm or tried to conspire against me like witches of Eastwick, or somebody tried to hold me hostage. If I had a girlfriend, and if a girlfriend I had children, I still can't make out no will to nobody, no estate. No, I can't. I'm the only bloodline 100% of my mother and father. And that's a fact. And that's the facts forever. This is a first world country. There's laws against dictators in first world countries. People don't have to go along with what a politician says. There's reason and understanding and facts. My parents weren't politicians. My parents was tycoons. Big business. Trillionaire business. Multi-billions. I'm the only child of my mother and father forever. And I'm the owner of my mother and father's estates and companies. And I'm trying to get home, and the government man in Indianapolis is holding me hostage. They're blocking me from making money. They're blocking me from receiving money. They're blocking me from living my life. They're blocking me from having friends. They're blocking me from having girlfriends. I mean, I got friends at some of the jobs where I work at, such as hello, how you doing kind of friends, you know. Friendly basic acknowledgments, and females that are friendly, basic information. But my mother and father told the Supreme Court, even when I was a little boy, that's why there's a hate club list. See, the Treasury and the news networks are supposed to go around finding people stealing my money. They're supposed to interview people or something. Say, you know, we ain't delivered money. Where'd it go? How come he didn't receive the money? You know, and then, trying to send me money or something. And they go, well, they don't know nothing. Well, that ain't going to work. They have to get prosecuted. They have to be indicted. They have to be subpoenaed into court, whoever the people are. That's the facts. I'm the only child of my mother and father. Anybody trying to use likenesses of a name or similarities or anything like that, they have no connection to my mother and father's estate, and they don't have no connection to me. Royal protocols forever. Where's my lawsuit monies? Royal protocols forever. Oh, and another thing, and somebody in government might think, oh, they're big, powerful. They say, oh, you rubbed them the wrong way. No. You're all the people spying on me. I don't hang out with very many people, and celebrities and entertainers know that. And in reference to people trying to play dirty world or dirty, sneaky world of things, I don't get into that shit. I don't hang out with shady characters of government tricks or manipulations. Do not misrepresent. Hello, music artists, lots of things of importance, you know. But in reference to, people trying to play tricks and things, I don't play tricks. That's the way it's always been. I don't ever get in trouble with, I don't ever get in games or tricks that people are doing, I don't get into that. Sue and prosecute everybody that's trying to play tricks. Why don't you start with the postal man? Ask the postal man which government man is stealing the postal mail. Maybe these are some of the postal thieves from the 80s. Maybe. I'm trying to get home to my mother and father's mansions, and these government people are trying to confuse my identity and my race and religion. It's total bullshit. Royal protocols forever. 24 hours a day. It's been there since the day I was born. Now, which people are confused? Are Italians confused? Are Jewish people confused? Are Catholics? Which people are confused? Which people have educations? Which people don't understand the information? Where is the confusion coming from? What central office of government? Hello, deeds departments. Hello, Wall Street and hello, business industries. Lots of things of importance. This video is getting kind of long. I'm trying to get home. I haven't received any letters. Hello, celebrities and entertainers in Hollywood and other places. And somebody wants to say, you know, in the media, some people put up an image. Yeah, I know. Some people got images in the media. I'm trying to get home. Nothing negative, you know. Reference to people. I know there's characters in films that people play, and that's kind of just a character they play in a film. Yeah, I know. You know, I've been in the media since I was a baby. You know, Royal Protocol's in the media too, 24 hours a day since the day I was born. I'm trying to get home to my mother and father's mansions where I got kidnapped from. And dirty politician that's blocking me is obviously one of the people that was involved in the murder of my parents. And you can't figure out which ones are doing it? Don't they make some type of document to try to make some type of bullshit up? You can't trace their documents? Don't you know who they are? They try to put their hands or fingerprints on shit? Don't you have an investigative team that says, hey, what's going on? Who are you people? What are you doing? This is total bullshit. You know, these people of different races trying to block me from going home to my mother and father's Italian, Jewish, Catholic mansions. Meaning because my parents was Catholic and Jewish, you know. Not Christian. But friendly acknowledgments of people, you know. But I'm trying to go home to my mother and father's mansions. How many times you got to hear that? And then these dirty government people are feeding into the accusations of other people. Like, oh, this person has said something, so we'll hold him hostage. Oh, this person over there made up something to hold him hostage. No, I don't hang out with those people. I'm not friends with those people. I don't even know those people. And you people know that. And you're making up lies to play tricks. You dirty government people. People know me because they knew who my parents are. They've known me because I was on TV or in movies and when I was younger. Or people have known me because I've worked at places. Or people know me because of, you know, photographs or videos, or people in the media knowing who I am because they knew my parents. I don't play tricks. I'm trying to go home to my mother and father's mansions. Where's the information? You can't find out which person's holding onto the information, right? Is that what it is? Which person says they're controlling things? I'm the only child of my mother and father. My parents gave me everything when they were still alive. There was no will executor. My parents gave me everything before they died, before they got murdered. And my parents was working as executives underneath me. So who's the person? What's the name of the person that's blocking me? You can't find that man? You can't locate that person? Or that person has tried to call me stupid and tried to murder me. And then that man tried to steal my parents' estates, right? And you don't know who that man is. The news media has to go find out who these people are. Two of the largest estates in world history. I've been the owner of them, and the government is blocking me, holding me hostage. The news media has a responsibility to find out who the people are. For historic records, and the Historic Society has to know who they are. Royal Protocols forever. Hello, Italian Historic Society and European and American Historic Society. This is a first world country. So, you know, dictators and politicians don't have a right trying to steal estates in any way, shape, or form. No, they don't. Video's 29 minutes.